Hey guys, Pete here, coming to you from the beach doing my morning walk. For those of you on the training later, we'll see you. We're doing the consultative service call. We'll be doing that live here in a few hours. Wanted to drop a quick story. For those of you who don't know about the scar, and most of you know my story, this 52 stitches when I was 10 years old, splitting my head open after winning Who Can Dive from the highest point into a creek. I won, and about killed me. The year prior, broke that front tooth diving into a swimming pool where I deep dove towards the shallow end. And you know that upper rise that goes into the shallow end? Face first into that. Walked face first in front of a little swing when I was a little boy, a teeter-totter, split this nostril completely open, had to sew that back together, and this lip. Life kept teaching me these lessons. You know where you're going. Don't just plunge in without knowing where you're going, right? Until I learned it. And some pretty heavy lessons for basically a baby. Well, that's one of those universal truths, guys. It continues to happen. The reason that you're having the challenges that you are in business is because friction is normal. We have to overcome that, and it's healthy. But too much friction that's just wearing you out, the constant stress and pressure, there's a reason, and you're going to have to sift through that. Which brings me to my point. I got a call from Ken Goodrich. Big fan, Ken. About 6 months ago, I guess it was, and he was talking about his experience with all the HVAC experts out there, and he's got tremendous respect for most of them. But there was one in particular that he pointed out. He said, the emperor has no clothes. He doesn't have the experience. He gets it up here, but he's not really lived the walk. And he said it this way. He said, Pete, many of these people don't have the scars on their back that you and I do, because we've lived it. And he recognized the fact that, I got the scars from the trade, sheet metal cuts and all that good stuff, but also the scars from the business. And until you've, stared at the ceiling at night wondering how you're going to make payroll next week, or what you're going to do with your team because they don't have any work because that big job canceled, and how you're going to make those tax deposits and all the different stresses that come with this, until you've lived this, you don't know what I'm talking about. But the problems that you're having as a business owner, the challenges that you're having, is the business teaching you that you need to redirect. You need to become more efficient. You need to get this resolved. And so Ken was right in more ways, and I didn't realize it at the time, but that's exactly what he was talking about. So yeah, why does Pete teach what he teaches? Not because I've built bigger businesses than these guys. I have not. Not because I'm more financially brilliant, Yeah, I did figure out gross margin per crew day or man hour or what have you. I figured that out over spreadsheets, over looking at my numbers, saying, why am I losing money in this job and making money in that job if I'm following the pricing model that they're teaching? It was because the pricing model had a flaw, and I discovered that. I thought I invented something, but now it's common knowledge, okay? But back then, I'd never heard of it before, but I had to actually sit through and live the pain in order to discover that. Now, what I'm suggesting to you is, go get your own scars, but don't embrace them all. The reason Pete is here is because he's had the scars. And if you can screw it up, I've screwed it up. And I don't want you to live many of these difficulties unnecessarily, not if you have to. And that's the message. Learn from others, okay, and continue to grow. My strength is on the people side, because at the end of the day, I think the biggest transformation for me in understanding was understand that it wasn't just that unit that I got perfectly installed or perfectly serviced or returned to operation at in the best possible way, using the best possible tools and all the stuff that we love as a trade. That part wasn't as important as having that customer have their repairs made, okay? Having their issues resolved and addressed. It's the people part of it that makes you successful. You can be the best of the best, but if you don't handle that, you got a lot of scars waiting on you, and you got a lot of learning to do. Pete Ramsey here, HVAC Greatness. Hope you guys are doing good, coming to you from Panama. I'm gonna finish up this walk and get back to work. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.